Good morning, welcome to Full Circle Ozarks.
Well, hey friends, welcome to Full Circle Ozarks. Turned out to be a beautiful day. I'm gonna head down to the sawmill. We're gonna do a little bit of milling, I think. Got a customer that needs some walnut, and you know those logs that I showed you, it's been a few weeks back. We're gonna open some more of those logs up to see if I can get enough walnut out of that for a table. So I'm hoping that wood is still good, but I just need to take time to open that wood up and see what it looks like. So I think it's going to be a good video, because I'm always excited to open a log, because you never know what you're going to get until you open it up and look at it. So I think we'll get on down there, grab a log, set it on the mill, and we'll get to see together whether or not that walnut's any good. If not, we're going to have to go out and harvest another tree and get some walnut that way. So we're going to get the walnut one way or the other, but we're going to start by looking at these logs down here that I already have on the ground. Okay folks, before I set a walnut log up here, I just noticed that I hadn't got my slabs from the last log that I milled. So let me see if I can get these out of the way. And I'll just set them aside. I'll take them down to the burn pile a little bit later. But in the meantime, you know, folks, what I think I want to do, even before I set this log up on the mill, I'm going to take my chainsaw and cut off about a 1-inch round and see what this log looks like inside, just from an end perspective. So let's do that, and I'm going to bring you along for that. Okay folks, that looks pretty good. I think we got some good wood in there, just around the outer edge, about a 3/4 of an inch. We've got some softwood there. All that heartwood looks really nice. So I think we're going to go ahead and saw this. I'm going to see if I can get some of this bark off before we put it on the mill though. You know, it's a shame. I almost let these logs lay on the ground too long. But I'm still hopeful we'll get some good lumber. It's looking promising. Okay, let's get this log on the mill. Folks, I did want to give you some dimensions on this log here. The widest part there is about 10.5 inches there. And there, yeah, about 10.5. But I'm going to lose the outer edge of this. So in actual lumber, it's going to be just about 8 inches. And the log is 100 inches, so 8 foot 4 inches. And also, just so you'll be aware, I think I'm going to saw these at 1 3/4 inch thick. And the ideal finish thickness is going to be 1.5, so that should be enough to do some good planing. So anyway, let's get this on the mill now. Well, folks, I think we got it all set up, and I think we're ready to turn it into a camp. And one of the things, if you'll notice in the last few videos, I've tried to demonstrate is how easy this Woodland sawmill is to start. Again, this is HM126, and I believe it's been, let's see, maybe 2 weeks now since I fired it up. Maybe a little bit longer. So we're gonna see how many pulls it takes to get the sawmill started. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. That's not too bad, folks. I'll let it warm up just a little bit and we'll start sawing. Got to move my handle. I had to raise this end of the log up a little bit. board comes in handy. Well, I got that log sawed up. I'm going to do a little bit of edging, and then I'll show you a summary of what we got. Then we'll take a look at the wood. Okay, folks, we're going to give it the water test. I put the water on here. Then I'm going to bring you closer and we'll take a look at this. That is some pretty wood. Well, again, folks, each of these are cut 1 3/4 inches. These, I got 2 of these, the 5-inch boards, and I got 2 that are 8.5 inches wide, and of course these are a little over 8 feet long. I had to do more cutting than I wanted to get out of the punky wood, but I think these at least are 4 nice boards that can be used. I actually need to get probably another 6 boards like this size right here. So I don't know that I have enough for that. So I may end up having to take another tree down. But anyway, This is all the time I have, folks. Thank you so much for watching our channel. It means the world to us. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you again on the next Full Circle Ozarks. Bye-bye.